Hi, folks. It's Keith Beardsley of the Beardsley Real Estate Team with Century 21. And what I'd like to do today is introduce what will become, I hope, be doing a video blog of an area that I've always think of it as being Ottawa's best kept real estate secret. So this is an area where commuting distance is still reasonable. You have a good mix of houses from, inexpensive first time buyer ones all the way up into the, $1 million plus range. And you're still enjoying a country lifestyle. And I think this is one of the big things, one of the big attractions to this area. So this is what I'm going to be looking at over the next probably few weeks. And maybe you can follow along. We'll get into looking at the towns in this area, taking a real good look, showing you what it's like to live out, as we call it, in the country. But when we say that, and we say, yeah, we live in the country, most people have a vision of what? Cows, horses, 50-acre properties, and so on. Yeah, and there are some of those. But there's an awful lot of housing, just like you would find in the city. So we've got the older subdivisions, say pre 2010. We have brand new modern subdivisions that are going in. There's a lot of housing variety out here, but you have your country lifestyle to go with it. So this is what we're going to explore. Now, the area that I'm talking about, and I said I really do think it's one of the Ottawa area's best kept real estate secrets.
All right, if we look at the map here, what we have got Metcalfe located sort of in the center. Greeley is up here. Now, Greeley, which covers an area through here, is a very, very nice community. It's average price somewhere around the $1 million mark. It's nice, big properties, large lots, very, very nice area. But for our purposes, it's getting a little bit expensive for the type of buyers that we're looking at here, which are your first time buyers who are buying up, maybe own a townhome and are moving up into something bigger. So you've got Metcalfe in the middle. You have the community of Kenmore. You have Marionville, Ormond, Vernon, which is covered by the line there, and over to Osgood, so along the river. And the dividing line that I pick, it's pretty arbitrary. It's essentially the boundary road that splits Russell and Embrum up. Just for sake of argument, it could have been a little closer over here, but just sort of give you an image on a map so you know what you're looking at. But this is a nice big area. And again, look at where it's located. There's South Gloucester. There's Leitrim. Here's your airport area. All right, so we're not that far from the airport. If you look the other side of the river, there's Manotick, Stonebridge. This is all Barrhaven in here. So we're not far from the city at all. Downtown Ottawa, just over there. And most of us, all we do is we just drive straight out to the 417, which is sort of another artificial boundary, and head into the city. So it's a really good location, has largely been overlooked by people for quite a while, but is now really starting to get interesting. Russell in particular over here and Embrum over here. Lots and lots of new homes going in, some very modern subdivisions. Metcalfe over here in the middle has a new subdivision of homes, roughly $1 million in price as well. So it's a growing community. It's a fun place. And again, like I say, not too many people realize it's there.
And I think it's a very special place. I even live in one of those towns. So there you go. Anyways, I did take a quick walk with Darcy the other day just to show you what, we do have modern subdivisions out here and nice subdivisions. So I took a very quick walk and just to show you a few seconds of one of the older subdivisions, but one that's still very nice and one that you could walk through, between houses, would you believe, without and not worry about putting your arms out and touching the other house. They're on nice sized properties. Most of them are anywhere from a half acre to an acre. And it's a beautiful subdivision. And it's still affordable. So let's take a look at what we're talking about. I hope you enjoy this. and I hope you come back and look for more.
So I thought I would take you for a quick walk on the route actually that I do with my best bud here, at least once, sometimes twice a day. There's Darcy, all set, raring to go. So let's see what we're looking at. These are the type of houses I'm talking about. Come on. Now look at these homes. Perfect family home. Anyone would be proud to live in them. This is a nice subdivision. People always think when we say we live in the country, we're living on a farm or something, but not necessarily true. This is actually a school bus stop for an elementary school. But again, it's trying to give you an idea as to the houses, what we're looking at, the size of the properties, which is really interesting. Nice wide roads, well kept too. You know, most of these towns have subdivisions just like this. Well, here's another section. Again, look at the houses. Now, most of these towns out here as well have brand new modern subdivisions, not just the older subdivisions like this one. But what I like here, the wide roads, lots of land. You can actually walk between the houses. All right, boy, let's go.
As I said, this is basically an introduction to the area that I want to explore with you over the next few weeks. And we'll do a little bit more in depth into some of the towns, some of the issues. What's the commuting time? What schools do people go to? Where do they shop? Where do you do your groceries? This type of thing. So you get an idea. We're not isolated in the middle of nowhere, not by any stretch of the imagination. Now, the key in this area, there's not a lot of sales. Some of these areas only have like 30, 40 sales a year. So if you're shopping in these areas, find a good real estate agent who knows the area. Watch it. Wait for them to come up. And when they come, don't waste your time. Get out to see them. It's an area where housing tends to sell relatively quickly because those are the people who recognize all the advantages to living this close to Ottawa, but still being in the country. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you watch for part 2, which will come along a little bit later. It's Keith with the Beardsley Real Estate Team in Century 21, wishing you all a great day.